So yeah, we're rich now.
After living full-time in a bus, van, and now Airstream, we've recently come into a lot of money and have been living the last month in our brand new $1 million mansion on the beach.
That is the ocean right there.
We've been really taking advantage of all the amenities this new house has to offer us.
Double shower. One's never enough. Not one, not two, but 3 bathrooms. Rich people things, you know? Coffee bar. And choose which shade of toast you want your bread toasted at. Oh, yeah, please help yourself. This is a microwave.
All this newfound money has us forgetting about that stinky little rotten Airstream.
Did I get any of you? I probably didn't. You guys probably know I'm lying. Basically, my parents' house, my childhood house, was destroyed in an electrical fire, and my dad has been a teacher for 40 years, so he had a connection to a brain surgeon who was nice enough to offer them this house for whatever their insurance would pay until their other house is fixed.
As much as we've enjoyed watching my parents' rental house as they've been away.
Oh God, that is broken. $1 million house and the construction in it is just horrible, isn't it, Finn?
It's time for us to get back out on the road in our much more fitting 1971 Airstream. But after 3 months of full-time travel, we'll need to make some much-needed upgrades before we can hit the road again.
Today is all about repairs and upgrades. And the first one will be the tires. So on our last drive, let me show you. We just got back from driving from Utah to Connecticut. It was like a 5-day drive. With 4 hours left until arriving back in Connecticut, this happened. We're going down the highway, 72 miles an hour, and our tire on the trailer completely blew out. Managed to get it fixed and we're back on the road. This is just like a temporary cheap tire that they put on. So I ordered all new tires and all new rims for the trailer. So I'm going to swap those out. Ready for the best bit. Got these little caps. I think it just slides on. Oh, that's clean. Next, when we had the blowout last week, basically in there, it blew out some of the plastic, so the insulation was showing. I put duct tape on it just to get us home, but I'm gonna patch it with some aluminum. Would have been easier to do this when the wheel was off. I'm gonna try to do it with the wheel back on. If not, I'll just take the wheel off, put it in, patch it, and do that. So that's next.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough.
Just as I suspected, I don't have enough room to get the drill or the rivet gun in there, so I'm going to take the wheel off again. Oh, wow. Now if I put these on last, put them on tight.
You got it. You got it.
Not the prettiest work, but it does what job it needs to do. Let's put the wheel back on for the 5th time.
I know sometimes life can be tough.
So on our last trip, you saw we had the bikes in the truck bed. We had 3 bikes that we could carry. And this was great. Like, I loved how easy it was to get it off, and the truck kind of shielded them from the wind. But now we have the Avica bike rack, which will go on the front of the Airstream.
Everything is gone wrong. Just remember that I'm here to cheer you on. Yeah.
And just like that, the bikes have now gone from the truck to the Airstream, which now frees up the whole bed of the truck to carry more tools so we can do more builds on the road. And the reason I went with this rack the Arvika rack is because it has these two supports that support down here. So you're not just relying on these two and then like an overhang, you've got 4 points of support, which makes this thing very sturdy. And then I've got to make some adjustments, but if I scoot this forward, I can get another bike on the back here. So all in all, the install took me probably like 3 hours. It actually comes with an adapter, so I can take this whole setup and I can put it on the truck in the 2-inch hitch of the truck. So that'll be really nice. Really impressed. Another little annoyance we've had is this shelf in our bedroom closet. Because like if we put something up here when we drive, it can just fall off. So I think we need some sort of lip on the front here. Like 44 1/4. Something like that. I'll put it up and then we'll stain it. Try not to drip this on our sheets. Alright, next on the list, I'll actually pull it up so I can show you. These hooks here that were holding the shower curtain back, you can see got a little bit moist in there. So I'm going to replace those with some like plastic AZAC trim pieces.
This is the third build that we've built and lived in full time, and we've still made mistakes.
2 more of those.
Seems kind of silly to not realize you need a lip on a shelf, or that untreated bamboo will get rotten when wet. Knowing what works and what doesn't will be a never-ending struggle and something we will always be students
So,
of.
because the tyre blew up, we had to use our spare. So now we have no spare. So I'm going to use the replacement tyre that we got on the side of the road as our spare. And this is all housed under here. It's pretty cool actually. Something like that. And then, where's the... pull this up. Oh god, that's tight. And then top tip, leave the valve accessible so you can pump this up. You always make sure your spare tyre has air in it, because when we just had to go swap ours out, our spare was completely flat, so we couldn't even use that. This drawer slide is broke.
Fixing broken drawers and figuring out what works in your rig after you move in is all part of the journey.
So these doors, with the change in temperatures, different places, they can get a little bit warped because me reusing the hardware from the original 50-year-old upper cabinet that was here, these doors don't quite fit into this track. So I've made new doors that should slide better in the track and are a little bit thinner.
What started as a 3-month planned trip has extended into a trip with no end in sight. We've been having way too much fun out on the road, and now with all these changes, we're ready for it again.
We have more builds planned, more excitement planned, more races, and we're just excited to be back. Happy 2024.